Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm Peaceful Nik the Medium. I'm an evidential medium and I'm a scientist. Tonight, I'm going to be answering questions about mediumship. I will also be giving as many mini readings as time allows before my energy runs out. So join me tonight. I have a few things going on because I want to be a medium. Hi, Lola. I'm just getting started. Because I want to be a medium for all, I have decided no matter what budget you have, everyone deserves a mediumship reading because everybody deserves a chance to heal. And so all of my readings for the time being, I have reduced greatly, and all of my readings are only $50. That's a big price reduction, but because of the overwhelming response to that, I have realized people need this. So I am continuing to keep my prices low for the time being. Hi, Martha. Hi, Kelly. And hi, Holly. If you guys have any questions about mediumship, hi, Ivana. Hi, Jessica. I also have, you guys tell me where you're from and what the temperature is where you're at. I also have a couple of things going on. I have a group of students and we are going to have a mediumship development circle where all my students and anybody who's been a student before of mediumship, beginner to mediumship, I'm having a free development circle next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think, Kelly, you asked me earlier what time the circle was. I haven't gotten to all my emails yet today, but it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you email me to be on the list, I'll send you the link. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Connie. Hi, California, 80 degrees. Ooh, where in California? Southern, northern, the valley. So, yes, Kelly, 8. Kansas City, 85. Is it humid yet in Kansas City? Rhode Island is probably nice up in Rhode Island. SoCal, yeah, I figured. Yeah, my son lives in right outside of San Francisco, and it's been cold up there, as it usually is in the summer. Hi, Sam. Hi, Brooke. So I also 1,000% humid. Yeah, I know. I moved from the Bay Area in August to Florida, and it's not that humid yet, but it's coming. It is coming. It's been 100 degrees off and on the past week or so, and it's going to get even hotter this weekend. And it's really early for that. Brittany, hello. Brooke, hello. Wendy, you're in Arizona and times don't work for me. Okay, I have... If you email me, Wendy, we will work out a time. Do you work like 9 to 5 or something like that? Because I have evening sessions. I just opened, that was the other thing I was going to say. I just opened new dates for the end of June in my booking calendar. I have Wednesday evenings, but I could also do, you know, a late Friday night, something like that. Let me know if you email me. It's peacefulnik, Nik the Medium @gmail.com. Let me know what times you're available and we'll book something for you. Because now that I work from home, I have more flexibility. I used to only be able to do readings on Saturdays, but now I have much more flexibility. Hi, Walter and Jessica. Yeah, 9 to 5, and you guys aren't on daylight time? Is it 5:30 there or 4:30 there? Let me know. Because I know Arizona has they don't do daylight time or standard time, one of them, right? Hi, Kay. All right, perfect. All right, the other thing is, I don't know how many of you are on TikTok, but TikTok has become a nightmare for people who are, hi, Michelle, TikTok it's 4:30. Okay. So even my 8 o'clock, my 8 p.m. Eastern, you wouldn't be available. Yeah. We'll do something on a Saturday or Sunday. TikTok has become a nightmare for people who are at a certain number. I have a lot of followers there. I grew very fast there the first year. Hi, Dalia. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Kay. Booking night times. All right, so anybody who can't find a time on my calendar, email me, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. Nik is N-I-K. Let me type that in. I'm terrible at seeing where I can... Oh, there it is. I just got an update on Facebook. But anyway, I was complaining about TikTok and how they've changed their algorithm so dramatically that anybody who is kind and loving and spreading, all right, there goes my email address, and spreading positivity, they seem to suppress just anybody like that. And so I've been in the process over the past few months of moving my content as much as possible. Okay, I'll put that in here. I think there's links. It says I have 2 links, but I don't know how you guys get to that. I'm putting my website in here. So TikTok is suppressing a lot of people. So I've been moving a lot of my content. I've been going live a lot more on Facebook, and YouTube. I'm moving a lot more to Facebook and YouTube. I feel like it's much more sustainable over here and on YouTube. So if you don't already subscribe to my YouTube, it's Peaceful Nik the Medium, same spelling. And I'll be bouncing back and forth between Facebook and YouTube a lot more. I was, had a big meeting yesterday. I was doing a contest for my science job, and I was zooming in all these people. And afterwards I'm like, well, I don't want my makeup to go to waste. So I have an extra hour. I'm going to go live on TikTok because I haven't done it in a long time. And I know it was Monday in the middle of the day, but it was really suppressing my views a lot. All my videos and my live. I never had more than 8 people on there, and I have 37,000 followers. So, so I'm definitely moving over here to Facebook. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Hi, Beth. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Janine. Janine is a friend of mine from a long, long time ago. And I'm sorry we missed each other. And I know, it's busy when you travel and stuff. She was just traveling nearby. And one of these days we'll get together and catch lunch or go to the Magic Kingdom or something. Not when it's hot. I don't go when it's hot. So if you go off season, I'm glad you're here, honey. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Michelle from Pennsylvania. I love you too, sweetie. We used to play volleyball together, and we had some good times in that gym. Many, many years ago. Great times. And thank God for Facebook, right? Because we can all watch each other's families grow over time and keep in contact, even if we're not all in contact in person. Let's see, Jessica. Oh yeah, there's lots of conferences here. It's a great place for conferences. Hi, Marissa. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hot, but it's not that humid yet. So it's not like I was in Houston one year for a conference, and it was in August, and I had to walk like 20 feet between buildings, and I thought I couldn't make the 20 feet because it was so humid. Hi, Tanya. Hi, David, Lorelei. Yeah, just Jessica, drink a lot of water and stay indoors as much as possible. The funny thing is about places that are really hot like this is I take a light jacket. Here, I have it right here. I take a light jacket with me everywhere I go because you go into the grocery store and it's freezing. So I just have a little light jacket with me everywhere. I go. So that's because if you have a tank top and shorts on and you're outside and then you go inside, you're going to be freezing in 5 minutes. But it's good because everybody's got their air conditioner on. Let's see. I think I have a bunch of people told me where they were watching from. Yes, noted. It's important. You think you're going to a hot place. You're not going to need a jacket, but you will. Michelle from Massachusetts. Debbie from Washington State. I'm going to Seattle in August for a conference, actually. Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Brooks in Canada, Ontario. Delia, LA. I'm going to LA next month for, I'm teaching a science class at USC. A bunch of students from China, actually. Beth from California. So the other thing about my bookings is only half of July and half of August will I be booking. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Sam. Courtney. Kay's from Queensland. So I have only a couple weeks in July and a couple weeks of August because I'm going to be traveling for my other job. Walter and Jessica, Middle Georgia. I lived in Savannah for 15 years. I raised my boys there. I used to work at the all-boys school there. I'm already getting scratchy. I did a bunch of readings today. Michigan, Lori, hello. What's the weather like in Michigan? Does anybody have any questions? Now, I know my friend is on here from a long time ago and hot. Okay. And I don't think she knows my story of mediumship. Janine, if you're still here, just say hi. You're probably wondering because I was kind of a nerdy girl and I love science and I became a scientist, as you can see up here. And I wasn't, okay, so you're going to hear the story. And for everybody who doesn't know me, hi, Peggy Sue. I'll tell the brief version. So I've been working in science, communication, and education for 20 years. Before that, I worked in a lab, and I worked in retail management before that. So I've done a little bit of everything, but then my main career has been science, education, college, and high school, and which, funnily enough, depending on where you are, high schools pay a lot more money than colleges. I made twice as much in high school at a school in San Mateo than I would have at UC Berkeley for the same job. So I'm working, teaching, doing my other Mars job, you know, living life. And one day a friend of mine, or my sister, called and said a friend of ours' son died, who I had seen one time as a newborn 25 years prior. And I had never seen him or her since because I moved away and raised my family. Hi, Nikki. And so as soon as my sister said, and I have permission from the family to share this, my sister said Brandon died, and I knew instinctively that it was a drug overdose. It just came in my head. And I just kind of, stuff like that always happened to me my whole life. So I just kind of didn't think twice about it. Well, a few minutes later, I went to take a nap. It's the middle of the day. I'm a napping person. I wasn't at work that day. And I laid down, and within 10 seconds, I could see Brandon in my mind's eye as clear as if I was watching a movie. Hi, Connie, or Corinne, I'm sorry, Corinne. As clear as if I'm watching a movie. And he spoke to me and I could hear his voice. And he said, "Tell my mom I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it." And it was so shocking. I sat right up in bed and I was like, what just happened? And I mean, I could see his red sweater, his gold chain, his black hair. It was so clear and so vivid. Hi, Alexis. And my hair's gone wild. And I called my sister and I'm like, oh my God, this crazy thing happened. And then meanwhile, a few days later, I found out he did die from a drug overdose in a public restroom at BART. If you live in the Bay Area, you know what BART is. And I just kind of, it was really dramatic, and I just kind of blew it off. I'm like, okay, it's a one-off. Hi, Mary Ellen. Yeah, Cindy says she heard her daughter-in-law's mom. Yeah, so those are just little indications that you have ability. Everybody has the ability to connect to loved ones in spirit, whether they are people you know or people you don't know. You just have to learn how to do it, which is what I did later. So a few months later, the same thing happened again. A close family friend, hi, Sai, a close family friend passed away, and a couple of my loved ones were with this person when they passed away. She had a brain injury. And I also have, no problem, Julie. I also have permission from their family to share. So she passed away. She was very close to someone I love very much. And I kept seeing this red heart with her name on it in my head, and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. It was the day she passed. She's like making me see this thing in my head, like so dramatically. And so I text my loved one. I said, hey, Dottie, who's the woman's name, is not letting me go to sleep. I can't think. I can't do anything. I literally cannot function because she keeps showing me this red heart with her name on it, and I didn't know what it was. And my loved one, within 5 seconds, texted me a picture of her keychain, which I didn't know she had, with her name on it. It was a red heart keychain with her name on it, that he was with her when she passed. And he picked it up after she passed and was holding it. And that's what she kept showing me in my head. And when he sent me that picture, I almost fainted in my kitchen because I picked up the phone. I was standing by my stove. I'll never forget it. And my knees buckled. I had to catch myself because I'm like, this is something's happening to me. And as a scientist, I'm not supposed to believe that, right? Like science and this stuff is kind of like, woo. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do an experiment. So I'm going to find somebody to teach me what this is and what to do about it. So I scoured YouTube to find somebody I resonated with, found a great teacher and in the UK, and took many, many classes from her. And she trained me, developed me, and told me when I was ready to be a professional medium. And I've been one for about 5 years. And that wasn't on my bingo card, that's for sure. Like, I never thought that would happen. So that's how I became a medium. And I was never expecting it. Brooke said, wow, that's so crazy. I find things like that happen to me too, where it's like, I know what happened without knowing. So that's called claircognizance, a clear knowing. That's when you automatically know things, information's in your head, and you don't know why. I had that my whole life, and I didn't know it until I got trained to be a medium. I didn't know other people didn't automatically know information. I know it sounds stupid. I didn't know everybody didn't know things that were happening around them. I just honestly thought everybody had that ability. Michelle, amazing. Cindy, yeah, so much to learn. There's so much to learn. And we learn more and more. So when you become a medium, you don't just get trained and then be a medium and that's it. Somebody's interrupting me. You don't just become a medium and that's it. There are lots of things that you have to learn and you have to practice. I got to go close my door. Somebody's coming through the garage. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so, and the biggest problem I have when I train my students, which I also get certified to train students in mediumship. They don't want to practice. I've had to tell students not to come back to my intermediate class because they wouldn't practice as a beginner. And that stinks because they're paying money to get trained and then they don't practice. And it's like, you can't just do readings. You have to learn and you have to practice. I probably did is anyone having video connection? Somebody opened my garage. It may have made it weird for a minute. I probably did 500 readings prior to doing a professional paid reading. Walter and Jessica, my bamboo plants were never that successful. I don't know what that means. Kelly, you're an excellent guide and conduit. I need so much practice. Yeah, we have to practice. And that's why we're having the development circle next week so my students can practice. And it's free. So if anybody's interested in what happens in a development circle, it's completely free. It'll be on Zoom, 8 p.m. Eastern next week. You can email me. It's in somewhere in here in the comments. Yeah, practice is very, very important. Let's see. Oh, the bamboo. I'm so silly. Michelle says awesome. Yeah. Okay. So this thing is actually one of the little pieces is turning yellow. Now, I don't particularly have the greenest thumb, but I don't know what to do about one of the pieces turning yellow. I don't know what's causing that. So if anybody has any advice. And I have all these other plants. I've kind of gone a little plant crazy in my office. I just feel like plants have such good energy. It helps me do good readings. I feel like the energy's good. Plants were here probably 3 billion years. No, Janine, I don't know. It doesn't have too much water. I don't water it that much. Plants were here, but thank you. I don't know. I only use bottled water for it because I know they're a little sensitive. Yeah, plants were here for billions of years before even the first bug evolved. So they're pretty amazing. And if anybody watches Resident Alien, it's a hilarious alien show. He talks about plants having the most complex biochemistry on Earth, which I thought is so cool. David, Lorelei, I haven't taken your course. I have taken others, but I need to practice. Is your circle open to all? It is open to all. Yep. Email me, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. It's Nik, N-I-K. I'll put it in here again. And the reason I don't use my legal name is because I worked at a place where I didn't want them to know I was a medium. So that's why I use that name. And all my family calls me Nik. Lori, I feel a connection to certain trees. Yeah, trees. I love trees. And and also for people who can't find a date for my $50 readings that work with them, email me and we'll set something up by email. The circle will be next Thursday, June 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome. There's a site that lets you take the plant's picture. Yeah. I actually bought some liquid plant food, but I'm afraid to use it. I don't know if it's good. So I might have to try that. I'm going to try to do a couple of mini readings. How do you reconcile your day job in the sciences with your spiritual work? That is the best question you could have ever asked. Hi, Jane. So on my TikTok and my YouTube, and some of them are on Facebook, I have videos on TikTok. It's in a neat little playlist called Science Proves Mediumship is Real. So because my master's degree is in astronomy and I studied a lot of physics, okay, Kelly, that's a good idea. I've studied a lot of quantum physics, and every atom in the universe I'm going to try to be brief as possible. Every atom in the universe, which makes up everything, including the air we breathe, our bones, our fingernails, oops, the desk I just banged my finger on. Every atom in the universe at its subatomic level is made of energy. So really, everything is made of energy. And our soul, oh, okay, Kimberly, married to a physics teacher and work in a university too. So your physics teacher spouse will know everything at its lower level is made of energy. Our soul, which I believe is non-local to our physical body, is made of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. So if our body is just physical matter and it disintegrates after we pass, at the time of our passing, our soul, which is made of energy and does not belong to our body, it belongs to heaven or the spirit world, our soul comes out of our body and goes to spirit because it's energy. So I reconcile it as the whole universe is made of energy, and all sentient beings have a soul that is made of energy because the universe created us. Whether you think God is one person, one entity, or the universe is God, or, whatever you believe, your spiritual beliefs are, our soul does not stay in our body and does not end when our body ends. It comes out of our body. So that's why mediums can communicate with people who have passed away. Cremation does not kill the soul. Absolutely not. Nope. Because the soul is long gone before cremation occurs. Kimberly, he's a bit of an empiricist. I love your explanation. Makes so much sense to me. Yeah, I have a bunch of videos about it. Yeah. There's some on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok. Yep. Walter and Jessica agree. No, no matter what happens to the body, the soul is unharmed. There's no way we could hurt a soul. Yeah, there's a lot of religious dogma that impacts people negatively because it makes them fearful about things like this. How long does a soul stay contactable? Forever. So we have an oversoul. The whole soul does not inhabit our body. So there's something called the block universe theory and you can ask whoever has the physicist spouse. I think that's Kimberly. Ask them about the block universe theory. This is the same as what mediums believe. All time in the universe occurs simultaneously. Our soul, so if we've lived, say, 1,000 lives, all of that is occurring simultaneously. We have an oversoul. All the information from all of our past lives or concurrent lives, actually, is in your soul. Each iteration, each person has a little piece of the soul in them. That's always in communication with the oversoul. So the only problem with that is if you wanted to talk to someone who died 1,000 years ago, you did not know them personally in this life. So I could contact anybody theoretically, I guess, but you wouldn't be able to validate any of the information I gave you because you didn't know them personally. So say you did your genealogy and you want to talk to your 9th great grandpa, so-and-so. You didn't know them, so there wouldn't be enough information for you to validate, but all of that information still exists. It's like a computer program. You know how you code computers? The soul is like that. Everything's coded. So it can always be contacted, but to get a reading, for it to be of any significance to you, you would want it to be someone you know personally. That's why someone told me when I first started doing readings, you should do videos where you contact famous people that have died. And I'm like, that's so unethical, because if the people didn't know them, I could Google anything and just go on there and say whatever I wanted. That's just not what I want to do. Okay, so let me see. Let me go over. So Practice Circle is open to everyone. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, June 12th, email me. It's up in the comments. New beginners to intermediate. All readings for the rest of the month are only $50. My books are open till the end of June. If you don't find a time and date, email me and we'll find something. And then subscribe to my YouTube, because I have lots of video content there. Would be super neat if you could dig that far back. I mean, you could if you knew them. I don't want to give a reading to somebody who didn't personally know someone. Alexa Ann, yeah, email me if you want to join. Hi, Tammy. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to do a few mini readings. Today's June 4th, right? 6/4/24. Now, I write and draw pictures when I do my readings. All right. Hello, Tammy. Let's see. Kimberly. Let's see who was on here. So the way I do my readings a little different every time I do a live. So sometimes, okay, Dawn. Sometimes I ask for, the relationship or the name of the person you want to connect with. And then I just scroll through, and whatever name pops out or whatever, I don't know, one of them just pops out. Spirit just guides me to somebody. And then that's who I do the reading for. Change my light there. It's getting too dark. All right, so if you want a mini reading, put the name in the chat. I am receiving information from your loved ones in spirit that may not be as clear to me as it is to you. So just know that some things I'm interpreting with my mind that may mean something a little different to you. Like if I say, for some reason, hot dog on a stick, that store that used to be in malls came to mind. That could mean your loved one worked there, or you and your loved one used to go to the mall and make fun of those people. So it could be one or the other. Okay. And I'm going to try to bring you on screen. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Let me look. Alexa, let me see. Can you request to come on screen, Alexa Ann? I mean, you don't have to show your face, I don't think, unless you want to. You know how to do that? And again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Last time I was on here, it didn't work. it just keeps saying adding. I don't know. I don't understand why. Let me see if I can add you. Otherwise, we'll just, oh, it says you declined. So I don't know what happened. All right. So, but you're still here. So we'll do it through the chat. So everybody be patient. I'm getting very anxious. And I'm hearing it was tragic. So Alexa, I tried. I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. Do you understand a tragedy around Zane's passing? Just yes or no. And everybody please hold comments. One more time. It was tragic, yes. Let's see if it works this time. I feel like my heart is just racing. So I don't know if what happened caused his heart rate to rapidly go up. If it was, I don't know. I feel like it was a tragic accident. Hi, Heather. I just feel like I want to run through the wall. Like my heart is just pounding and pounding and pounding. I know, Alexa, I don't know why. That's okay. It's Facebook. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So can you understand the very rapid heartbeat? It's like, I feel like I just want to run away. Yeah, I got the tragic. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now if what I say next isn't for you, it might be for somebody else because there's 30 people here. Was there like an impact in a fire or something where he tried to get away? An impact meaning like a vehicle accident or something hit something else and then there was a fire. And sometimes when we have multiple people on here, I get different messages from different people. Just let me know. Impact, but not a car accident. Okay, but an impact. Okay. All right. Because I just feel like he can't breathe. Like I feel like I can't breathe. But that would make sense if it was impact. Okay. Was there I'm seeing two things. I'm seeing a child, not in the accident, or not in the impact, in your life, a child and or a pregnancy loss. So do you or he have children, and did you or he have a pregnancy loss? Like, not he doesn't have a uterus, obviously, but previously. Because he's showing me two different things. Thank you. He was very close to your son and you have lost a child. Okay. He's a very clear communicator. He wants you to know that he knows your child in spirit, and he's making me feel like he's saying I'm holding the child, which is, I usually don't hear it that way. I usually see them holding hands, but I actually feel like he's holding the child. So I want you to know that your that Zane and your child and all of your loved ones are safe and together in the spirit world, and they are there to greet each other. So when your loved ones in spirit pass away, there's always people there to greet them. No one ever dies alone. So if your loved one passes tragically and unexpectedly, they are always greeted. They may be in shock for a second, like when they come out of their body and look down on their body. And for those of you, oh, I can't reach my book, who want to know more about this, read Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton. When if you pass tragically, you will see what happened, and then you'll be like, that's me down there, because then your body or your spirit goes and crosses over, and there's always loved ones to greet you, always guides to greet you. So know that they're safe and at peace. Zane is safe and at peace. Your child is safe, excuse me, safe and at peace with them. Don't put any other personal information. There's a lot of scammers who will secretly watch. Wonderful, Alexa. I'm glad that brings you comfort, because I will tell you, I used to have panic attacks about dying up into my 40s. And for a long time. And then I became a medium and all of that went away. Yeah, let me grab the book and you guys can screenshot it. It's over here on my bookshelf. I don't know why I keep putting it back on my bookshelf. Journey of Souls, if you want to screenshot it. It's like 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon. This is Dr. Michael Newton, was a psychologist. He's passed away now, but he wrote a couple books, and this one made me weep all the way through it. He was a he was a therapist that would hypnotize people to help them deal with their trauma. And he accidentally put someone into a hypnotic state in a life in between their lives. So they were incarnated in one life, say 100 years ago, then they passed away, then they had their life in the spirit world or heaven, and then they were reincarnated in this current life. And he put her into hypnosis and she went into her life in the spirit world or heaven. And he didn't know what was happening. And he didn't do it on purpose. And then he ended up, I want to say, doing like 7,000 different hypnoses with people in lives between lives. And this book just, if you're interested in the spirit world, if you're interested in what happens to your loved ones when they pass away, this book will change your life. Oh, you struggle with anxiety. Your life has been chaos. Yeah, I know, honey. It's really anxiety. And, I wonder if that's why I was feeling so anxious when I started your reading. Anxiety can be gripping. Anxiety is fear. And we need to have another book. This book, if you have a lot of anxiety, this Eckhart Tolle also changed my life. I'm a big book person. If you have a lot of anxiety, this book will help. The Power of Now, because anxiety is worrying about the future. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? So The Power of Now, it really helps get you centered. And doing a, yeah, Kimberly, it is. Doing meditation. There's guided meditations you can get for free. Heather, yeah, I imagine you do have PTSD from that. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yeah, the audiobook. Hey, Kimberly, does Eckhart Tolle read the audiobook? I haven't listened to it. I just read this. Because his voice is very relaxing. You are welcome. Let's see. Okay, yeah, his voice is so relaxing. When I first started listening to his videos on YouTube, I was like, come on, dude, speed it up. because I had 2 jobs. I was getting my master's degree. I was raising my kids. I'm like, I don't have time for your slow talking. And now I'm like, the slower the better. Okay, so all right, so let's do another reading. Name and or relationship in the chat, and we'll see if we can bring people up. It wouldn't work for Alexa, so I don't know if it'll work for anybody tonight. Name and or relationship in the chat. Oh, there's 2 Jesuses in a row. And do you guys know each other, Ruby and Martha? I thought you were saying Jesus, because I'm a gringa. All right, I'll just look through and see what pops out to me. Remember, oh, okay. Remember, I have $50 readings all the way through the month of June. I just opened more dates. And if you can't find a date that works for you on my website, peacefulnikthemedium.com, you can email me, peacefulnikthemedium@gmail.com. All of it's linked in my Facebook page somewhere. Oh, she's your niece. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm just seeing who pops out. Sam Baldwin. Sam, are you still here? Sam Baldwin. Yay, Cindy. Yeah, I know. I have a huge bunch of readings tomorrow. Sam, I'm gonna see if I can request you to come on screen. I think you can just do your voice. I don't know if it'll work though. Okay, that's okay. It says you declined, but that's okay. So we'll just do the chat, so everybody be patient. Sam, your husband is saying, I'm proud of you for what you accomplished. Did you just do something new or different or accomplish some new thing recently? Because he's saying, I'm proud of you for what you accomplished. Let me know if you understand that. You know, new job, promotion, got a new degree, something. But I also feel like you're doing some kind of outreach about a subject. Okay. Have you, okay. Do you do some type of public outreach or helping people in some way? Because he's saying the word outreach. And I still feel like you've accomplished something. You said not really, but yes, you volunteer. Okay, perfect. And he may be referring to that as well. It's very hot where I live. Sorry. I had to pin my hair up and everything. Do you feed people? I don't know if he means for the volunteer work or for your job or just you're the host when friends come over, but he's saying you feed people. Now, another thing, when we give readings, Sometimes they'll give me information like this, feeding people. This sometimes is about the person who passed or someone else in your life that's very close to you. And sometimes they'll bring evidence. Your kids now. Yeah, okay. But it seems like more than that. Okay. Sometimes they'll bring forth evidence about someone else in your life to get a message to them. So if you have someone in your life that is either a chef, a cook, someone who does feed people for their job, volunteer work, somebody who's a lunch lady, I don't know. Sometimes they bring a piece of evidence about someone else in your life to give them a message. That happens every day in my readings. All right, so the volunteer work, and then I'm seeing art. So is someone in this circle of people here have done or collected or made some type of art? Because he's saying art. I'm just seeing pieces of art. And thank you, everybody, for your patience. Okay. Okay, and Martha, that's a good point. So sometimes they'll be overlapping when there's a lot of people on here. So, okay. And you were feeding them, Martha. Just let me know, and I'll come back to you about that. All right, Sam, do you have any a notebook, a photo album, or framed pictures of art your kids made? Some type of art, because he's saying art and then he's talking about your kids. And let me know. Because he's showing me, okay, there. Because he's showing me this artwork over and over. And when they do that, and so those of you who are unfamiliar with how mediumship works, the way I work is we call it getting a no. So when someone says no to a piece of evidence and we push that evidence back to the spirit, and if they keep bringing it back to our attention repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, we know it means something specific. So I feel like there's some artwork related to Wayne, either dedicated to him, artwork of like pictures, drawn pictures of him, coloring pictures of him, something related to Wayne in the kids' artwork. He keeps talking about it and he's literally showing me pieces of artwork. Yes, thank you. All right. And then he's showing me wrists. So this could be jewelry on the wrist, tattoos on the wrist, something around the wrist that's significant. Either someone's wearing his watch, his bracelet, or somebody got something tattooed on the wrist. He keeps pointing to that. Let me know if you understand that. Hi, Tammy. Okay, is that yes about the wrist? Because I looked away. Okay, perfect. Okay. So this is Wayne's way of letting you know he's around, he's coming around you, he's coming around the kids. He's giving little hints of evidence here saying, I still exist. I'm gone physically, but my soul still comes around. And for those of you who don't understand, heaven, or the spirit world, as I call it, is not far away out in the sky like we're taught as kids. It's overlapping us. It's like another dimension. So mediums, we put out our antenna. Oh no, I'm frozen. What happened? I froze, I guess. I don't know what happened. So mediums, we put out our little antenna and we call out to the spirit world and say, bring someone for, in this case, Sam. Bring Wayne forward for Sam. And then our antenna go up like a little radio antenna, and they sense that, and they come forward to bring us information. And we're interpreting it to the best of our ability. We're seeing shadows, we're getting pieces of information, remnants of information. Sometimes it's just a flash, sometimes it's a word, sometimes it's a whole video, sometimes it's sentences. Every spirit communicates a little bit differently. So this is to let you know, he sees the kids' artwork. Sorry, I got distracted by Cindy's comment. That he sees the kid's artwork. He knows about whatever the thing on the wrist is. You don't have to put it in the chat because, you know, scammers will watch this and send you messages. So he's there, he's around, he's surrounding you with love and the kids. So know that he is safe and at peace. And Cindy says it doesn't compare to being able to touch their faces. It helps a lot. I understand. My mother passed away in 1986, and she just dropped dead at my feet when I was a freshman, and it changed my whole life. And that's, you know, I put on a happy smiling face when I'm, you know, doing public things, but healers have a lot of pain, and that's why you are so welcome, Sam. So welcome. We come from a lot of pain. That's why we become healers, you know, because we, through trauma and pain, we learn to feel more deeply. And so some people it turns one way and some people it turns another way. But healing is helping other people heal from their pain, helps the world become a better place. There's a lot of drama and negativity in this year, especially with the stuff going on in the news. Yeah, there's a lot. So sometimes we just need a little respite from all the drama and some healing. Everybody can use some healing. I had to turn my light up a little. All right, let's see. Let's do another reading. Hi, Maria. Hi, Mary Ellen. Tammy, thank you, and Cindy. All right, so let's do another mini reading. Name and or relationship. And I will see who I'm drawn to. All right, Patty Joe. So while you're putting your names and stuff in, I have my practice circle that is free on Zoom next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Anybody's welcome to join. Beginner to intermediate mediums. And I have all my readings are $50. I have very limited seating in July and August because I'll be traveling for my other job. So book June now. My books are open to the end of the month. You can, if you don't find a date that works for you, email me. It's peacefulnik, Nik, themedium.com. I don't know if you guys can see the links. It says 2 links up here, so it should be linked up there. All right, let's see. Some of these I feel like I can feel I've connected to before. Wendy, Sister Kim. I'm afraid to even try to bring you on screen because it hasn't been working. Okay, Sister Kim. And again, because there's so many people on here, I hope that I have the right person here. Okay, hold comments while I read for Wendy, please. I don't know if this is Kim, Wendy, but somebody else for you. I feel a gurgling in my chest. Like something with the lung, she couldn't breathe, or filled with fluid. Let me know, Wendy, if that makes sense for Kim or someone else for you. It's her. Thank you. Perfect. And for those of you who know me personally, how this happened to me, I don't know. It's a miracle. It's a miracle that I am embracing fully. I don't know how I know. I just know. So, okay. She's showing me fluid coming out of her mouth. I don't know if you could validate that or if you were there to see that, but I feel like there were bubbles coming out of her mouth. If you understand that or you don't, just let me know. And she said, and she's yelling at me. She said, I heard what you said. She said, I heard what you said. So that makes me feel like you said things to her, but makes sense. Okay, perfect. She makes me feel like you were saying things to her when you may not have thought she could hear or understand you. I mean, she's just like, oh, she's very adamant. Okay, perfect. Yes. She's very adamant that she heard you. And she said, no apology necessary. So that makes me interpret that as, oh, yay. Okay, so you get that already. Perfect. It makes me feel like you kind of had something you felt like you were sorry for, but she's like, no apology necessary. And she said, you were the best sister. So, and she said, thank you for trying. Thank you for trying. Now I have 5 sisters, and you know, it's a crapshoot for the good and the bad. So, some of us are very close, some of us aren't. But she's saying, thank you for trying. And I'm seeing a bracelet again. I'm seeing something around the wrist again. What's with the wrist tonight? We were the only ones. Okay, awesome. Do you wear a piece of jewelry in her honor or have a piece of jewelry? I'm just afraid that this wrist thing is just kind of left over from the last reading, but she is showing me a wrist, but some kind of jewelry or something. Could be a necklace or a ring, something I feel like you have of hers or you had made in her honor. And then I'm seeing a misshapen heart, like a pendant or something. I don't think it's wrist, but I do wear a bracelet she would love. Okay, so that's just her saying, I know about the bracelet. Perfect. And then she's showing me an asymmetrical heart. So I don't know if that's on the bracelet or if that's something else that you would understand. just let me know about if you know about the misshapen heart. And she just wants she wants to thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a Kim wearing my sister's ring. What? I don't know what that means. I'm waiting for Wendy. So Wendy, just know that your sister is safe in spirit, surrounded by your loved ones who preceded her in passing. She was greeted, and no one ever crosses alone. It's just important. People, I get this question so many times as a medium. My husband just found a rock that is a misshapen heart and gave it to me. Oh, perfect, because I drew the misshapen heart right there. Awesome. That's her way of saying, I saw that happen. I saw that happen. I was there. I'm around you. That's wonderful. It's wonderful validation to know they know what's happening in our daily life. So when people get readings who aren't familiar with mediumship, they don't understand sometimes something happened 20 years ago. Sometimes something happened yesterday. Sometimes something happened time periods after their loved one passed. It could be any of those things. And there's different reasons for that. In this case, with the heart, she wants you to know she saw your husband give you that heart. She saw that, and it was important. And it was something special and nice and kind that he did for you. I see hearts everywhere. That's why he gave it to me. Perfect. So this could be, how she's letting you know, I'm aware of that. And when you see a heart, think of me. Signs some people think, like I see doves that remind me of my mom. Some people think mediums say the signs are the people. The signs aren't the people. The signs are the people putting that in your mind so you know they're around you in that moment, that you're thinking of them in that moment. So think of her, think of Kim when you see the hearts. And I love that. I love that validation. I am getting very tired and I don't want to give bad readings. I max out at about an hour when I do my lives. I do plan on going live a couple times a week, either here on YouTube, maybe on TikTok. I don't know. So I do plan on doing more lives. And I hope that if anybody's, I never stop thinking of her. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live and got healing messages from your loved ones. And thank you guys for the messages. Remember the free group next week for anybody who wants to join. It is already. My schedule's almost booked. Oh no. Thank you, Maria, for telling me. Oh, thank you, Kelly. So anybody who has questions can always email me. No, after office hours time. You can always email me questions, or sometimes I don't see my messages on Facebook Messenger. Sometimes it's like 3 months before I get a notification for it. You are welcome. You are welcome. I'll always answer emails within a day or two. And if you have any questions or need anything, just let me know. You are so welcome. Can we just watch the group? Will you put a link to the Zoom when it starts? I'm not going to put the Zoom link in the group because I don't know that everybody who will join is there. They might think they're getting free readings from me because people don't read descriptions. So if you email me, I will send you the link, because trust me, I've had all kinds of weird things happen when I put links up publicly. So just please email me. It'll be better that way, because you don't want, because sometimes weirdos get get in the Zooms, and I don't want that to happen. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you again in a few days on one of my platforms. I always post on all my socials when and where I'm going live, so look out for that. I appreciate you. Good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Bye.